So many people have reached out and are very curious about how Hurricane Ian is going to affect our market. And I think no matter what, we're always going to be a destination. Two major drivers, beach and golf. The media is really focusing on our coastal areas that got hit, and it's pretty catastrophic in some areas such as Sanibel, Captiva, Fort Myers Beach. Most of the golf communities are east, and they've had very little amount of damage, if any at all.
Right.
So I think that's something that, really is important to look at. In fact, Collier County, 80% of Collier County had no damage.
They didn't have as major winds like Lee County and the beaches. However, they did incur some flooding near the coast.
That's a very significant percentage, and I think it's important to bring that to light, because if you are not here and you're not seeing this, you're watching the news, and you probably think that all of Lee and Collier County are completely devastated, and that's
Right.
just not the case.
So yeah, a lot of people were thinking that we were gonna have a lot of people moving and inventory was gonna rise. The Monday before the hurricane, we had just over 7,100 properties available in all of Lee and Collier County, and today we have just over 6,800. So I know that's not a huge decrease, and it's definitely not an increase. So this definitely shows that our market is holding strong.
Especially because historically, October, our inventory starts to increase anyways.
Correct.
And, the last couple of weeks, we haven't seen it increase. It's actually gone down. Shows how strong our demand's picked up.
Right, so in a standard year, we start to see inventory increase from October all the way till February, and then it starts to decrease.
Large storms, not just in our area, but everywhere, Hurricane Katrina, we looked at graphs, and home prices usually increase after a storm because there is such a demand. There's a new pool of buyers now that need to purchase because they've been displaced. Their homes have been flooded. They are going to be out of their homes for the next 6 to 12 months. So we already had lower inventory. We already had strong demand. And so now we've got more buyers in the buying pool, and it's just going to affect our inventory and our market.
The prices will definitely sustain, and they do forecast them to increase, a small percentage.
I think that this hurricane has brought a lot of great things to light. I think it really does bring people together, and we've seen tremendous cleanup and our community kind of come together. However, we know that we're going to face challenges. What do you think our biggest challenges are going to be post Hurricane Ian in the real estate market?
Right. So we were facing a couple, obviously, before the storm, which would be inflation and interest rates. But I think what we're going to face now, which was already a struggle before the hurricane, which is insurance.
It's going to be very interesting to see, and I think it's still even a little bit too early to see, but it's going to be interesting to see, what happens and what age and what requirements the insurance companies are going to have to bind.
Right. So we'll definitely have to see, where this will go.
We really can't compare previous storms to Hurricane Ian. It was, definitely one of the strongest that's ever hit our area.
Right.
But we have had several hurricanes, in past years, and we have always rebuilt, and people, learn from it and, move on, and we will move on and rebuild stronger.
That's right.